Hello, everyone. Give everybody a few seconds to hop on.
Hi, everyone.
There's a lot of excitement over this guy.
I know.
Gosh, all the likes, the hearts. What? I'm going to just comment on the post that way you guys know we are also live, just in case. I think this is the first time I'm actually early.
She's always late.
And when you guys hop on, just give us some highs, hellos, hearts, likes, funny faces, emojis of your choice. We have everyone's questions pulled up. Hey, Kristen, thank you for joining.
Hi, Kristen.
So we have everyone's questions popped up, but if you guys have questions throughout, just put them in the comment section below. We'll try to address everyone's. Didn't realize what a hot topic this would be tonight to get your spouse support and on board with your network marketing business. So excited. Are you excited?
I'm so excited.
Hello, Jovi.
Hi, Jovi.
Hello, Kelsey. Thanks for joining, Kelsey.
Hey, Kelsey.
I'll give everyone a few more seconds.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm fired up.
You pumped?
I'm pumped.
For the record, this is the first time we've ever done a live together. Usually I kick him out of the room and don't let him watch while I'm live. He usually gets to watch afterwards, so. Hello, Jerry. You guys are...
Wow.
Welcome. So for those of you that don't know me, I guess I'll give everyone a few more minutes or a few more seconds to hop on. My name's Kiara. I spent almost 5 years in network marketing, and now I am a business coach specifically for women in network marketing, helping women from Beachbody, Redan and Fields, Scentsy, Jamberry, LuLaRoe, you name it. I touched on it. Prior to that, I was in marketing and advertising, and I helped this guy with his fitness studio business as well behind the scenes. So, Jovi, my hubby watches afterwards too.
Oh, great.
All right, you guys, we're going to get started. I'll let everybody else kind of hop on when they're ready, but like I said, I did my little bit of an introduction. So, this is Brian, my husband,
Hi, everyone.
my partner in crime.
Yes. I am very behind the scenes with everything that Kiara is doing with her online business. I guess the topic tonight is support from your spouse. I do want to thank her for kind of allowing me out of my room, my cage, to finally kind of get out in front of you and talk a little bit. But so as far as the support goes, I think the biggest thing is just having your husband's really understanding kind of what it's about, what exactly you're doing, what your passion is. I mean, I think a lot of your husbands probably have hobbies, right? Like for you, most of you are starting off your businesses, it's a hobby, right? Like it's not really like a career yet. You haven't yet made it a career. Maybe some of you have. But at the end of the day, I mean, I guess just getting your husband on board from the standpoint of saying, hey man, like this is what I enjoy. I enjoy helping people. I believe in the product, and I want to help people, you know? So I know a couple of ladies were asking about, you know, how do you get your husband to give you a little bit of extra time at home? I think it's really just
I think it comes to communication.
Yeah, just
right? Just kind of expressing where you're coming from. I think for us,
Yeah.
like when I signed up for network marketing, like I didn't know what I was signing into. In fact, we probably never really discussed it. I think it was just like, hey, I signed up with this company and I'm just gonna just like figure out this business thing. And he was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And not in like a mean way. It was just like network marketing was something that was just something that we never even discussed or thought of to have a part of our future. And I kind of just started working on it, but never really sharing with you what my vision was and how it made me feel and how excited it made me, and almost excluded you out of that vision,
Right.
which kind of made it hard for you to support me and understand that when we're not having that open dialogue.
Right. I mean, and once she actually started kind of sharing her vision and what she wanted her team to be like and the direction that everything was going, I immediately jumped on board because that's who she was. I mean, how could I not support somebody that was so passionate about selling or sharing her products, the Beachbody product. For me, I'm in the fitness industry, so I mean the product initially I really didn't understand that. I looked at it as a threat, and it really wasn't. I mean it just wasn't. I mean the products were good. She was starting to make shakes at home, and for me, like I've always taken protein shakes. I just enjoyed the product. I mean the exercise component was fine. I mean for me it was just more about her doing what she enjoyed. Right, so I'm sorry.
Okay.
Someone
It's okay.
who asked about just getting a couple of hours to do. Is that
I think it
Elizabeth?
was Elizabeth Bermuda. Is just asking like her. So a few of you actually said like your husband works nights or your husband works a lot of hours, and you almost feel like single parent. And we could totally relate to that because when we first had our son, Brian was working crazy hours at his studio, coming in super late, like 10:30, almost 11 o'clock at night,
Yeah.
and leaving at like 5 a.m. So
Yeah.
all that overnight, every time like our son was sick, like I was on single mom duty because you need your rest to be able to service
Right.
your clients, and then to turn around and be like, "You're home finally. I need you to help me watch the baby so I can work on my business." He's like, "I am tired.
Right.
I need my rest." But I think it's like when you're working on your business, if you're just sitting there dilly-dallying on Facebook and not turning that hour or that 30 minutes into what can be profitable income for you, you're going to question it, right? Like you pass by and you just see me kind of scrolling through Facebook.
Right.
On an outsider's perspective, I get for us, like we have to kind of scroll through Facebook, right? Like that's a part of our prospecting. But for him to pass by and just see me scrolling on Facebook, he's kind of like, what's the point? What are you doing?
Right.
Right, so like you have to be also like assertive with what you're going to get done during that time and almost like prove it, right? Like take it as like an internal challenge and mental challenge. Like I'm going to prove you wrong, which I kind of was trying to do. And not that I want to prove him wrong, but I had to stand tall and say, you know what, like I'm going to freaking do this. And so it got to a point where I was clear with my mission, my vision, where I was going with it, creating my own brand, and he saw that business aspect. He saw me taking it seriously and committed. Like he would come home and I'd be up all hours of the night. Just there wasn't enough hours in the day to find where I could work on my business, let alone, like I said, kind of pass off the baby, say, hey, why don't you do this tonight?
Right.
Right?
She also had a game plan too. I mean, she had strategy. I mean, she's got these. You good?
Yeah.
She's got these books all over the house where she's just strategizing all day long, right? Like how to approach this, how to approach her business, and for me, like you said, seeing her up at all hours of the night, like I had to get on board to help her out, right? Like it's something that she believed in. I mean, she genuinely just disliked working in corporate America. Like she didn't believe in the product that she was selling or helping to sell, market. And there's nothing worse than that to me. Like for me, I've always been in an industry that I was the product, so I cared about it, right? Like so I've been doing fitness for 12 plus years. I've loved it, right? So I couldn't relate really to that whole like I hate my job thing. And so her doing network marketing and the product that she was selling, which ended up being her because, I mean, became her own brand, right? Where people kind of just signed up for these products and these groups or whatnot to get this guidance. And all she was doing was using those products in these groups. So I got behind it, right? Like it's fully supportive and it's worked out. Again, she still helps me with my business because I mean that's what we've been doing all along. But I mean this other group that you guys are a part of and the social media program that we put together, I really hope you guys are enjoying that too. By the way.
I think I lost Jerry's comment. It was here somewhere, but she was saying how like it's a little bit different for her and just challenging with timing wise. Like, the timing aspect, you guys, was always a difficult challenge. Like even today for us was a difficult challenge. Like our son had no school. Like we were both home. We were both like we have work to get done. We didn't really get much of it done. But you had to find like the cracks of your foundation. Like, I would walk around Brooklyn and I would be pushing my son in the stroller and my headphones were on and that's how I listen to personal development. I would be, pulling up into the grocery store, take 2 minutes, send some voice memos to prospects, and then there was that time that like you and I were like sitting at the beach, I think it was like 2 summers ago, and my Facebook Messenger would not stop, like, I'm signing up. And he's like, cheers, get to work. Cheers, get in the house, go to work. I can keep this going. But, you got to be open as well, I think, of like the stumbling blocks and the obstacles. And I think as well, when we initially sign up for network marketing, people are quick to say, sign up, you're going to make boatloads of money. And so when I say that to you, you're like, where's the boatload of money at? Like, no, you're building a business, like, from scratch. And in the beginning, like, your hours are worth, like, pennies.
Pennies. The money comes in drips and drabs, and you just got to stay on it. Like, keep working on it. That's how it is, too. Like, for me, it's not even, I'm not doing the network marketing thing. I'm just supporting her. I have my brick and mortar business, and it's the same thing. Just I'm working 12, 15-hour days, and sometimes the money comes in, sometimes it doesn't, and but
Sometimes you're sweating.
yes, exactly.
But
All right, so there was one other question.
yeah,
I really
I'll go to
wanted touch
Jennifer
on. Jennifer.
Favens, which was, my husband is 50-50. He used to do sales with PC Richards. I cringe when he talks to people about it because his approach is completely opposite of what I am told to do.
Okay, so totally different products, right? Like, totally. So the approach is going to be different anyway, right? Like, so he's probably been taught a specific way of approaching sales, and your company is teaching something else. So if he's going to get on board to help you sell, he's got to kind of understand the philosophy behind the company that you're representing, right? So he's going to be more of a face-to-face type of salesperson. He's got numbers to hit. He's working for the man. You're not really. Right? Like, you got your own business, right? So you get to run it. You get to run it the way you want. He's just, he can support behind the scenes. He might be able to help support you from the standpoint of like game planning, like creating strategy on how you can communicate with your audience, how you can get to know them a little bit better. And that could be his part, and then give you as much time as you need to help grow this thing, right? If it is, ladies, if this is a beauty like product thing you're selling, your husbands are not going to be able to
Talk about makeup.
No,
Like,
guys don't talk
nails.
about that stuff. Then they can say, "Hey, I really support you. Like, go make money. Like, this is your thing. I'll give you a couple hours here and there. Do your thing," and embrace the fact that he's on board with that. But he is not going to sell that to his friends. He is not going to go out to the bar with his buddies and say, "Feel my skin." It's not going to happen, right? Like, we know.
It's so true.
It is not what he's going to do, right? Like, guys don't talk about that stuff. So from a sales standpoint, he's not going to be able to do it. So if he's able to kind of help you from maybe his coworkers, but I mean, I don't know. I can't even, I have no idea how he would even approach it if it's like beauty supplies, right? Like,
But-
if he's using your product, that's fantastic, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
But to kind of piggyback on that though, like,
Yeah.
so even though I was in fitness in my network marketing business and you were in fitness, he would come home and say like, well, why didn't you sign that person up right away? Like, his interaction was always face to face with someone. So within that hour that he was meeting someone for a consultation, he could sign them up. For me and for you guys, it takes like 5 to 10 conversations back and forth on Messenger to sign someone up. Like, and that's just how it is, to let alone form relationships. So that's something else to kind of explain. And then I think one of the other things that was like the longest to get you on board with was like personal development. Right, like you were a really avid book reader, and now this one reads like more books or listens to like a book a week, and I'm like a book a month.
I'm 2 books a week now. I'm like addicted to Audible.
But like he'll be able to like at least now he understands more where I was coming from, right? So that's another way that your husbands can kind of get on board. And don't be surprised if they're like, I have no interest in reading like a Brian Tracy book, Eat That Frog. Like, you can only push them so much.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to support you the best way they know how. And if you think you need to help them, if they want to help you obviously sell your product, then you got to teach them, right? Like, they're coming from their business world or whatnot and what they've been taught, and they might have their own vision on what sales is supposed to be like. And network marketing is not that, and it shouldn't be. So ladies, also, I'm also a part of some other message boards. Network marketers in general just shove their products down your throat, right? Like that is the face-to-face sale thing, the PC Richards face-to-face sale thing, the car salesman thing that kind of make people feel kind of
Icky.
dirty, right? Like it's just like that's the reason why they avoid going in to buy the car, right? Like it just makes them feel bad and they run, right? Like create relationships. So even with me in a fitness setting, right? Like I'm doing we call it a strategy session. And we're spending an hour to an hour and a half just getting to know people. Just like, what makes you tick? What do you need? Maybe I can't help you at all, and maybe I can send you in the right direction, right? And that is, if you take that approach to network marketing, that is huge. You're creating relationships. So maybe you can't. Maybe that person's not going to buy from you right now. They might buy from you in a month. They might buy from you in 6 months, but they might refer to you, and they're more inclined to refer to you with a relationship than somebody that just shoved that product right down your throat. Here, check these nails out, checked out this skin thing,
Here's a
right?
shake.
Like here's a shake, here's my shake, right? For me, oh ladies, Beachbody ladies, stop doing the selfie with your shake. It's awful, right? Like it is awful, please.
It drives him nuts. It's because most people say, I got my workout and here's my shake.
Here
You
it
gotta give
is,
the
right?
right reason.
Sweaty selfie.
And not sharing
Stop
the
it.
story.
Yeah, story.
Informing the
Share your
relationship.
story, create the relationship. Please stop. So
See, you got a lot of laughs on that.
Thanks on that. But come on, you all know.
Clearly, we both give tough
Yes,
love.
sorry.
They're all cracking up.
All right.
All right, so I hope that answered that question. I see Liz said she gives her husband business cards. That's awesome.
That's great.
Just scrolling through real quick here.
Okay, so business cards. That's fantastic. What is he saying with the business card? Are you teaching him? Do you have a script maybe that you can give him? Like, here's how you get them to call me, right? So yes, okay, here's my business card, but what do you usually do with a business card? I know I usually throw it away, right? Like or I'll go into a pile and I'll never use it, right? So tell them what to say to get that person to call, right? Or to reach out to you, right? Like it should be no hassle type of, she'll help you, right? Like we're here to help, right? And not expecting anything in return. Hey, just give her a call. Maybe she can guide you in the right direction type of thing, right? Something really simple and easy that just doesn't like, just go with the flow type of stuff, but like coming from the right place and not salesy at all. People just don't like salesy stuff. It has to always come from the right place.
Totally.
Yeah.
Let's just scroll here before we
What
go
do
to
we
the next
got?
question. Business where he goes. Oh, so she has him drop off to customers' houses, like where he's going for deliveries and stuff.
Okay, cool.
If you see my husband, can you send him my way? He's not around. Dawn. Dawn, you crack me up. Jovi was a BB coach. That's why she's probably laughing extra hard and preaching it when you said that. Okay, awesome, you guys. So let's move on to, who do we have? Shaquala, my hubby doesn't have much motivation as I do and doesn't always think big. How can we improve on that? I think like our biggest thing is that we're really big on like sharing our goals for our life and what we want for our future and like what we want for our son and future babies. Like for instance, last year in April, we took our son to Disney and we said like we wanted to bring him back in a year, and we both really worked our butts off the past year, and not even a year because we went in April. And we took him again last weekend in February. So we were both kind of having this like inner drive and motivation as to like where we want to take him or things that we want to do with him or things that we want to do for ourselves. Like we love traveling. Like we want to start taking vacations again alone with no kids. Like
That'd be great.
right? So like I think you have to have that communication with your husband. Like, what are your goals? Like, do you want to buy a home? Do you want to own your own home? Do you want to buy a car? Do you want to travel more? Do you want to save up for your kids' student loans, college tuition? Like, what is it that is going to drive both of you and almost like tick both of you off if you don't have it?
Right.
Right? Like, what would tick us off that we don't have? And then we're like, let's get to work. And we remind each other of that as well. Like, don't slack off. We've got this goal that we're trying to hit. Like,
Right.
And I think for us, it's a little bit extra challenging because we're both entrepreneurs. So we know like whatever we don't do will affect our lifestyle instantly.
Yeah.
So if you treat it like a business, like you treat it like I have to get this stuff done for my business, you're gonna get it done and your business is gonna evolve and he's gonna have more respect for it and be on board with you as well and also start to dream big with you.
Right. Also, ladies, another thing that kind of pushed me to get on board with the network marketing thing, with the Beachbody thing for Kiara, is she started explaining to me like the compensation structure, right? Like, so rather than it being something that you do and you need time for, why don't you explain to your husband, like, what's the upside here, right? Like, how can you both win? How can your family win financially from this whole, from him giving up time or whatnot, like his spare time or whatnot to help you, right? How can you guys win and to move your family in the right direction? So he might need to understand better the financial aspect of it.
So as women, we're emotionally driven.
Yeah.
I find that men are more financially driven, like by the numbers, right? Like,
yes,
to a certain
extent.
What's the numbers are going to show me? And you guys are passionate about like, oh my gosh, I can change someone's life.
Right,
this
is my calling, right? Like,
yeah.
And this is fine. This is cool, it can be. Yeah, but he wants to know, like, all right, like how much money is he going to put in the bank? And,
But
what can we do with this?
So some of you, right, like either have like a monthly business fee, so that's an expense. Some of you are constantly buying product every month or
Right.
had to invest some kind of money to sign up with your company, and your husband probably wants to see a return on investment pretty darn quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I did. I know at the beginning I did. She just kept buying Shakeology, and I was like, why are there so many bags of Shakeology on this counter right now? And the money, at the beginning, the money just wasn't coming in, right? Like, she just was trying to find a voice, really just didn't, right? You struggle. Like, everybody who starts this stuff struggles. Like, any business that you get into, you still got to kind of get your feet wet and learn. Learn the type of grind that you need to have to be successful, right? And in any industry, it's going to be different, right? So nobody gets into network marketing, or it's rare that you get into network marketing or business in general and you just crush it from the beginning.
Really?
You don't,
No.
right? Like, so the fact that you all are part of this group right now is huge, right? Like, there's this great support system here, and everybody's so active and trying to help each other. I think it's awesome, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's great.
I think, everything you said, I agree with.
Yeah.
So I'll take it to the next question here. So Lenore's is kind of similar. He supports me, but what can he do to help me in general? I think, like, if your husband's like willing to help you with your business, I think the first step is just to kind of write out what kind of help do you think you need from him, right? Like, is it, what did you say beforehand, like the back end or like administrative stuff?
Yeah,
right? Like,
which is kind of what I do, right? Like, I don't mind being in front of the camera. She really likes it, so do it, right? Like, it's fine. Like, I'm cool with, she supports me with my business, and I'm gonna do the same with her, right? Like, and so she'll delegate stuff that can free up some time and that she can help you all, right? Like, so while you are all kind of doing your Facebook Lives, usually I'm sitting on the computer either in the other end of the room or in another room kind of jamming out on my computer trying to help.
something I did like have him do, like, because I get really excited and I'll just like go with it, and there'll be times he'll be like, did you read that post, because it did not make sense? And I'm like, oh man. So sometimes I'll just give him a post beforehand and he'll kind of like just help me edit it or like be more clear, and that's kind of been like his role now. And just also the encouragement, because let's just be real, ladies, like, there's times that you're on a high of excitement and things are going awesome for your business, and there's days that it's going to be low and you're going to want to throw the towel in, or you're going to doubt yourself, or you're going to be confused. Like, you got to share that and say, you know what, since you're supporting me on this business, I just need to lean in on you right now.
Right.
Like, there are times that I'll turn and say, I'm really doubting myself right now. And he's like, what do you mean? And like, we just kind of talk it through, and that's like a huge support system right there, and just letting them know. And then they also see like how you're transforming, like how you are changing in a great way though. Right?
Right, yeah. Yes.
I'm just making sure here. We have Elizabeth Bermudez. My husband works nights, home during the day, which we kind of covered already, right? We covered that one. Liz, husband works late nights, and work on my business completely childless. How do I get him to understand I'm serious about my business? One of the other things about being like, especially if your husband is working a lot of hours and you're like, man, I just really need like maybe it's even 2 hours a week, let's just say. I know some of us need more than that, but let's just say 2 hours a week.
Start there.
Start there, and then even kind of maybe compromise and say, you know what, I get you're tired. I'm also kind of tired as a mom, but I really want to work on this business. Maybe that you get a mother's helper and take some of your own like commission, like a small percentage, you start saving up for that mother's helper, and you have that because I know some of you are stay-at-home moms. You don't have those sitters handy and things like that. And you take, like I said, that portion, but you got to be willing to work and hustle to make that money back and then some.
Or another idea is say, hey, you take the kids for a few hours each week, and then maybe you do the same, right? Like, so maybe you allow your husband to go out and kind of do his thing, or just give him some free time to watch a game or whatnot, right? Like, let him, excuse me, be by himself. Right? Like,
we do that a lot.
Yeah, we do that a lot, right? Like sometimes you just need you time, right? And that might be a great way to compromise with your husband. That, like, say, if this is something you're passionate about, you might have to give up a little bit so you can get what you need, right? And it's, you might not have the money financially to invest into a helper, and that's totally cool, right? Like, but you do have somebody that lives with you. Right, and somebody that you should be able to lean on, and it's just the dialogue that you guys are going to end up having to have, saying, look, I feel really, really passionate about this right now, and I want this to be more than a hobby, and I want this to be more than simply an expense to us as a family. I think this is something that can help take some burden off of you, or just can open up doors for us, down the line financially. So a lot of it is going to come back to money, right? Like it's going to come back to money, time and money, right?
And trade-offs. I think like what you said kind of beforehand, right? Like, so he loves Sunday football. Our son is totally.
He is going wild right now. I will be right back. Good.
We did try putting TV on. He usually doesn't stay up this late. But so like Sunday nights, for instance, like Brian loves football. Like I can watch football for like hours and I still don't understand the game, but that's what he loves. So I'll entertain our son. So he has his football time. And then he knows, like, for me to get like just clear thoughts, or how I get my creative side is by working out. And so he'll encourage me to like go for that run at 6 a.m. or I'm a member of the YMCA, and go take your spin class at 6 a.m. I got the baby in the morning, or I'll make sure if he wakes up at night, I got that. So like we have these trade-offs, but we encourage each other as well. So I'll encourage him, like, hey, you like the Giants, and there's times like I'll have the Giants game on as he's coming in at home on like a Monday night. Hey, the Giants are on, and he's like, oh my gosh. So you're showing this token of appreciation, and you're gonna just get it right back. I'm gonna scroll through to see if we have any comments here. You guys have been cracking up. No sales, it's about relationships. Heck yes, it is. Did I miss a question? Okay, no, I don't think so. Jerry Lee said, yes, great question. Yes, my husband is number driven, and most men are. Duh. We were up at 4 a.m. I was awake. Is he okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I was awake going over comp plan, and he was asking way too many questions.
But that's good, though. You want him asking questions, right? Like, you want him curious.
And as you're hitting those certain points of like that part of the comp plan, it's almost like you could print it out and be like, bam, I got the first part of the comp plan done. Now we got to do the second part. And now he'll be like, yeah, how do you get to that second part? Like, I think you understood my comp plan more than I did.
Yeah, I spent some time learning that.
I came home one night, he's like, so let's talk about the comp plan. And he's going in detail, and I'm like, you're making my head spin. I didn't even know half of my comp plan like this. So that was also another great way that he got on board. I'm going to have to rewatch this live and take more notes. Jovi, but I knew my stuff.
We might have to do a part 2 to this.
I know, right? Jocelyn, show me the money. Heck yes, girl. Jovi, the thing with Paul, he sees I'm in the red and is like, you need to be in the green.
True story. You do, right? Like, so do you have a game? What's the game plan? Do you have a game plan to get you out, right? Like, dedicating time and being productive within that time is really, really important. What's your game plan? What's your strategy, right? Do you have X amount of time that you spend on this, X amount of time that you spend on that? And Kiara's really great at that, right? Like, she's helped me immensely with that on my end, with my business. But you need a game plan, right? Like, if you don't have a plan and you're guessing this and you're winging it, I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, your business is going to go well, and I'll be honest with you, your husband shouldn't be on board for it because it's reckless, right? Like, it's just flat out reckless.
Sure.
Right? Like, so you have a game plan going into this. This is a business, right? So if you want him to take it seriously, treat it as though it's a business, right? If you're going to treat it as though it is a hobby, like I said, you get into it because it is a hobby, it's something that you're passionate about, right? But when you start treating it like a business and expecting to be financially rewarded from it and have a game plan for it, he's going to take it serious, right? Like he has to, right? He's going to respect you.
Totally.
Right? Like here's my list. This is what I need. Here's my plan. My goal is to make X amount of dollars this month. And the following month I want to increase here, and the next, like, set up a plan, and then, okay, these are your goals, but how are you going to get there?
And if you don't hit those goals, if you come up short, like, be upfront and honest and speak about it. Be like, you know what, like, I tried my hardest and I was still short of my goals, but I'm getting back at it. Like, no matter what, I'm going to make this happen. Or, you know what, I screwed up this past month. I didn't put as much attention. I can totally use your help of, like, just kind of reeling me back in at times, just reminding me of what we're doing together as a family, together what our goals are. Especially, I know a lot of you have like really big dreams and really big goals that you want to retire your husband. You want to, some of you want to quit your corporate job. That can be a reality, but like you said, you got to treat it like a serious freaking business. So Jerry Lee said, very thankful for the group. Well, we're very thankful to have you with us. Jennifer, I think that is the solution. Give him a job to do behind the scenes. Yes. Jovi, but I'm like to be in the green. I need to use more of the product. I also really want to go to the conference this summer, but he keeps saying, let's see where we are, but always says that, and it's never happened. I know going to the conference will definitely help me grow. So I think first off, Jovi, what you did, like the first step is that you started investing in yourself, right? So like you invested in the redefining your social media, and like you've already started making changes, and that's like a sign there too, right? Like investing in yourself is treating it like a business, respecting it like a business. And like you said, sometimes you have to buy that product, but kind of like we said, have that plan, have that structure of like, what my numbers are this month, how many people do I need to talk to, how many people do I need to convert, and how many of my team members are ready for help to step up their game, to step up, getting to that next level as well.
The fact that you are investing into yourself right now is huge. So whether you have gotten involved with the social media program or not, or just being in this group in general is tremendous, right? Like the amount of help that you're getting through this group is huge. I got to tell you, like,
I wish I had this
lots
group.
of thumbs up. Yeah,
when I first started.
Yeah, the amount of money that I've spent on masterminds and like coaching and stuff with my business is like absolutely ridiculous. Like tens of thousands of dollars on business coaching, right? Like masterminds and all that, flying around the U.S., traveling, just learning from other people, other businesses, right? Like, so the fact that you have this group right now, and is awesome to me.
Even when I started the thought of this group, and I turned around and I said to him, I think I'm gonna go into a business consulting type of thing. And he goes, well, talk to me more about it. And I shared that I really felt that there were so many people in network marketing that could use a business coach. Like, I mean, I have a business coach and I love it. And it's helped me open my eyes up. And I didn't know about it because he went to masterminds. He had a business coach. I'm like, well, I'm in business. I need a business coach too. And then I told him that's kind of what I want to do is pay it forward. So that's kind of how this group started. And he's been pushing me ever since. Bianca, the encouragement is worth gold. Thank you, Bianca. Jovi, did get one. And whoa, what a difference. She doesn't always come, but when she does, it helps. Oh, yes, Mother's Helper. Liz, I let him do, we're going low battery. We're going to have to cut off soon. Let him do whenever he wants. Yes, he doesn't do that. He doesn't do that hat often, though, but I never get a break. I can relate. Mine is still up. Is gone. Yes, I don't know why our son is up. We discussed it. Paul wants me to grow the team because he's breaking down my comp plan. That's awesome, Jovi. So like, just keep like even having weekly chats with like your progress, where you're at, what you could have done better at. One of our mentors actually used to tell us to do weekly, what is it called, like WALAGs or something? It was like a weird abbreviation. What were our wins of the week? What were our losses of the week? What were our aha moments of the week? And what was our goals for the upcoming week? And that was like our Sunday night chats. Like we shared to each other what those wins were, what those losses were, and we kind of talked each other through it. And we're such complete like marketing business geeks that we watch like TED Talks on Sunday nights still.
Nerds.
You're such nerds. Great advice. I need one too. A business coach, that is. Liz, if you would love to, like, we could chat behind the scenes. I'm like, you guys, I am so fired up for like with this group, and there's so much potential with so many of you. Like, I tell him all the time, like, I see comments and messages and I'm like, oh my gosh, they could be totally amazing. Like, you guys are so right there, and I feel it in my gut and my core. So I think it's a true blessing that, one, I have you by my side pushing me to do this and not giving up on me no matter how crazy I might drive you and how stressed out I could be. And I know I could probably be snippy at times because I'm like, I gotta get this done for the girls, you know? And with you guys, I think I am grateful every night and for all of you being in this group, referring your team members, referring it to your friends and family, and sharing what you need, because that's what we're here for. So with that, you guys, thank you so much. You want to give them like virtual high fives or something? I don't
Virtual high
probably
fives?
won't blow kisses or something, but
No
you can
kisses.
do
Virtual high fives.
All right, you guys, we hope you had fun. I think we might have to do a part 2 to this because this was just awesomeness. All right, have a great night. And any other questions, if you catch the recording, just tag Brian below and he's happy to answer the man side of things. You guys are so cute. God bless you. Thanks, Liz.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.